And our mutual friend Tracy Rosa is here because she's going to talk about the solution for all the allergy sufferers out there. Now, this is going to be the solution for a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
But I always say around this time of year, that's what we're thinking of. It's top of mind. Girl, I'm sneezing like a crazy person. And I really do think that this can take all those particulates that you bring at least into your home and manage it.
Yes, yes. I always say that everybody should have an air purifier every day of the year, but especially this time of the year, 'tis the season.
'Tis the season.
We're down here in Florida. I know my family up in the Northeast and stuff. You can basically write your initials on the top of your car with all of the pollen.
It's so gross.
It's so gross. So what I tell you, especially this time of year, is do your best to control the controllables.
Yeah.
And what do I mean by that? Get this home, control your home environment, the air inside of your home. Take this to the office, control whatever you can control.
Yes.
So why this model, why this air purifier?
Can we talk really fast about the hot deal price?
I was just gonna, that was my soft pitch to you right there.
I was gonna tell you, I can't believe it is under $55.
Yeah.
Under $55 for one of the top of the line HEPA. Okay, we're gonna talk about that in just a little bit. But one of the best air purifiers on the market. And we're talking about being able to get it so that it's affordable so that you can put this not just in your home and in your office, but literally in any room that you need it. So in that note, I'm gonna toss it right back to Tracy.
Yeah.
Because there's so much technology built into the Hunter.
Absolutely.
This is, for this reason, this is the best one you can possibly get for you because you can have it by your bed. You can have it in your office. It's just so many different ways to use this.
Yeah, and do me a favor, as we go through this presentation, do a mental inventory of all the different rooms in your house. Your bathroom, your kitchen, your kids' room, your office, your workout room, your bedroom, you know, all those places.
Yeah.
But listen, people don't realize how dirty the air inside of our house is because you can't see it. And I personally am a seeing is believing person. So what have we done to prove it to you so that you can see how well this works? Well, we created something like this, all right? This is what we call a smoke chamber. Smoke is literally the hardest thing to clean out of the air because it's the smallest micron. So we figure if we can show you how well it cleans smoke out of the air, you're gonna realize that the battle inside of your house will be nothing compared to this. So I went ahead and kicked this on. This is our most popular design. You'll notice instantly your eyes will shoot down here because you'll see
there it is,
where it's getting cleaner. This entire vent right here is what's pulling in the dirty air. The cool thing about this vent is that it goes all the way around the machine, all right? You've got 360 degrees worth of air intake, pulling the dirty air in from the front, from the back, from the side to side. So within seconds, you are able to see this clean, fresh air. Now, this is our biggest customer pick. The most written reviews about this, people love this for many reasons. First, it's because of that circular design, because you get 360 degrees worth of air intake. Why is that important? Well, we're actually able to put a full-size filter.
Look at this.
So check this out, okay? This is that circular design. A full-size filter in this smaller footprint, which now takes this smaller footprint and turns it into a workhorse because it is gonna be turning the air over multiple times an hour. Now, we've discussed this filtration system. It's not just a filter, all right? This is an entire system. So let's talk about your 1-2 punch. This is going to be your first line of defense. Now, this is your pre-filter. You can take a look at it. You know, it's nice and big. This does a bunch of things. First, most importantly, it actually inhibits the growth of microorganisms. You see those little silver specks in there?
Yeah.
That is actually gonna prevent microorganisms from growing on the surface. Now, microorganisms are everything from live, airborne stuff like mold spores, viruses, all of that stuff. Can't grow here. That's the first thing it'll do. Second, it's gonna get rid of those VOCs. We're talking hairspray, anything that you can spray out of a can that puts gunk into your air, it traps it in here, and it also gets rid of odors. So that's 3 major things just in this first pre-filter. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We talk about the allergens, we talk about the dust, the dirt, the dander, the pollen. We talk about the fact that the air inside of our home is 50% dirtier than the air outside of our home. So when you have a filter like this, and it's sitting in your bedroom, and it's turning the air over multiple times an hour, it is grabbing the dust. It's grabbing the dirt. It's grabbing the dander, the pet dander, those things that make our eyes water and our nose run. It's grabbing 99.97% of those particulates out of the air. Now listen, I'm not a doctor. Good chance that I've gone to school long enough to be a doctor, but they do not have MD after my name, I can tell you that. But I do have some common sense, and common sense tells me that if dust, dirt, dander, pollen, all those things that you're gonna see on your screen in just a minute, if those are the things that make your eyes water, those are the things that make your nose run, if those are the things that give you that scratchy throat, check out your screen right now. Pollen, household dust, pet dander, smoke particles, even things like human hair, okay? If all those things right there are what bothers you, and Hunter can take 99.97% of that stuff out of the air, it makes sense that you're going to feel better. Let this be the first line of defense instead of running to the medicine cabinet.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
Right, exactly. Because I know a lot of us are just dependent. We just go, I'm just gonna take something for it and it's fine. When in reality, a lot of what you can do for yourself is just cleaning your air, like you vacuum your carpet, like you mop your floors, like you wash your dishes. If you don't already clean your air, this is gonna be your new thing, because I'm already seeing the effect of just being able to see what Tracy was explaining to us and seeing it in very real time in a demo that shows that really, really fine particulate in the smoke being sucked up by this Hunter air purifier. Now, my friends, color-wise, look at what we have to choose from. Now, that white graphite you just saw, very popular always, but this beautiful lilac, it's not gonna last us, my friends. So if you love, love, love the purple, we keep talking about purple today. Purple is like flying out the door no matter where we show it, on beds, here on the air purifiers. I'm telling you, it's so popular right now. But we also have it in what we're calling the EcoSilver, which right next to it, I have this in many rooms of my home. I just love this color. And then we have it in this beautiful dark gray, which is what we're calling, I believe, is this a silver?
Gray silver.
Oh, gray silver. Gray silver. And last but not least, right here in the back, we have it in what we're calling the blue silver tone. So look at the options that you have, but just know this is really the superficial. This is what we're gonna have it blending in beautifully into your decor, but it's going to silently, because you can hear a little bit of the noise, but it is quite literally whisper quiet, but it's going to do the thing without you even having to lift a finger, right?
Yeah.
And this is essential for everyone that you love in your home, not just for you, not just for your kids, but also your pets. And they're constantly dragging stuff into your home. If you have dogs outside or cats outside, it comes in on their fur. They shake on the inside of your house. You can take care of everything that you bring in when you open that door if you have a Hunter air purifier. Now think about that main room where you bring in all the stuff. Think about where you spend most of your time, hours and hours in your bedroom, sleeping on your bed.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity to do the best for yourself, because if it isn't the Hunter cleaning your air, it's your lungs cleaning the air.
That is
we don't want that.
No, that is 100% true. Because listen, people probably think I clean all the time. I have a very clean home. She's crazy if she says the air inside of my house is dirtier than the air outside. I get that that's a little crazy. What I want you to think about is every time you open, like in Florida now, we have our windows open and our doors open because it's nice outside. But when we have those open, all that stuff comes in the air, or in the air comes in the house. In the house. If you don't have your windows and doors open and you just open your door to walk in, or the pets, it blows in. And it settles. It doesn't just, you don't have moving air like you do outside. You're right. You have stagnant air. So if you do not have an air purifier, the only other way that your air is getting clean is through your lungs. Now, again, I talk about this being our top design. And the reason why it is because you've got that 360 degrees worth of air intake. See, it's pulling this smoke in from all over the place. Now, it is very easy to use. You noticed all that smoke went in and it did not come out the top here because it comes in the base and then it goes out the top. The footprint on this is what everybody loves. It's just about 16 inches tall, 7 inches all the way around. So think of your bathrooms, all right? Odors, first and foremost, let's call a spade in the bathroom, all right? You're with me here. You wanna get rid of those odors. Right. But also, did you get ready this morning? Did you you know, skip the shower and do the dry shampoo? Did you spray it up with the hairspray? Did you put some nice little spritz on or something like that? That stuff lingers in the air if you don't have an air purifier. Let's go to the kitchen. You're making breakfast. You burn the bacon. You burn the toast. You've got that lingering smell. You smell the smoke before you see it, right? This gets rid of those odors. Now let's talk bedrooms for a second. I am not one to push multiple units, to buy multiple units. I don't. Unless we're talking about this price and this deal.
That's it.
And why do I say that? Well, I have 2 kids and a husband.
Okay.
Okay? So there are 3 different rooms we're talking about. I get one home, who gets clean air?
That's right.
Right?
You can't pick and choose.
You can't. Now, great. It's great to have one in the living room, so when we're all watching TV or movie night or game night, we're getting clean air. But let's talk about when you go to bed.
Right.
Is it Bella, my 20-year-old, who mouthed off the other day? Or is it sweet little Haley, the 18-year-old, who did the dishes the other night? Haley may get it one night, but she'll probably mouth off the next night. Then it goes into Bella's room.
You're picking and choosing. No,
All
don't
kidding
do
aside,
that. Right.
all kidding aside, everyone deserves clean air.
Yes.
So again, it fits perfectly on your nightstand. It fits perfectly on your countertop in your kitchen, below the cabinets. It's great in the living room. And again, it's going to turn the air over multiple times an hour. I think we have a little chart that we're gonna show you because I keep talking about size and you're probably thinking, oh, I've got a big great room or I've got, a big bedroom. Don't worry, the bigger the room, it's still gonna turn the air over. It just may be 1 time an hour. That's more than 24 times a day.
Oh my gosh,
So
yes.
take a look at this screen right here. In a 20 by 15 square foot room, like a kitchen, it's gonna clean the air 1.7 times an hour. In a 10 by 10 bedroom, okay, 5 times an hour.
And that's the average size room.
That's the average size room. So think of it, just when you're sleeping, it's going to clean it, up to 35, 40 times an hour if you're getting that good sleep.
I love that. I love it.
You're doing nothing. You're just setting it and forgetting it. Speaking of, take it out of the box, plug it in. Your filter's already in the base here.
It's ready to
all
go.
Right? This is gonna be your soft touch panel up top here. So this is your on and off button right here, okay?
Oh, easy.
Easy peasy. This is your timer. This is your filter indicator light. So when it's time to address the filter, it's gonna let you know. Come over here for a second. This is going to be your speed. Now, the speed has 4 different speeds. Low, medium, high. Okay, that's that white noise you were talking about a second ago. Let's say you do not want light, you do not want sound. You are a very, very light sleeper. Go ahead, put it on sleep mode.
Do you hear that? No,
Nothing.
you don't, because it's so quiet.
It's still working, it's still on, but there's no light and there's no sound. So when I talk about like nurseries and stuff like that, how important this is, full disclosure, they call me too much information, Tracy. It's the truth of the matter.
I like a lot of info.
All right, okay, here's the deal. All of my kids' friends, Bella's friends, because she's the one in college, they got an air purifier for graduation. For their dorm rooms.
That's so nice.
Now, granted, it wasn't the sexiest gift to give.
No,
it's
they'll
not like
be
I gave the
grateful
gift,
for it.
But I tell you what, the parents were happy, the kids were excited. The kids got so excited that they would unscrew the base and they would send those little, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, something that rhymes with Snapchat, the social media thing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so they would send their filter pictures.
Yeah, because you want to say,
look how nasty
look
my
what you
room is, look at
did.
this. And that's another seeing is believing fact too. Unscrew the, first get it home. Turn it on, see if you smell a difference. Your house is probably gonna smell a little crisper and cleaner. That's gonna be the first thing you notice. Second, unscrew the base. Take a look at your filters, all right? This is how it comes, nice and clean and crisp. Then after, 4 or 5 months, check it out, it's gonna look like this. This is good news because this is not your lungs.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so you know it's working. If you're a seeing is believing woman like me or a person, you go ahead, check it out. If this is not cleaning the air your lungs are, you never drink unfiltered water.
Ugh.
Ever. This is nasty. This looks like a nice, Pilsner or something.
I thought it was an iced tea at first.
Or iced tea, But if it has one speck, you send it back.
Yeah, you do.
So we don't stop breathing. It's the one thing we don't stop doing. So
Don't
make
settle
sure
on your dirty air.
Exactly. That you're breathing the cleanest, freshest air from Hunter. Been around for more than 100 years.
And
We got
don't
this.
miss out on a deal
Yeah.
on a Hunter.
This
Because
is my last scheduled airing, by the way.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
it. All right, so 694-292 is the order number for the Hunter. It's, look at this, reduced shipping and handling. Oh, Is it actually free? It's free shipping and handling.
Free.
Even better. Oh my gosh, high five, my friend.
Good to see you, my
It
friend.
was good to see you always.
I noticed you didn't sneeze while you were over here.
That's right.
Just for the record.
And thank you for that.
Not saying anything.
Because I don't sneeze in ones, I sneeze in sevens. Do you know how that goes? Like machine gun. And people are like, oh my gosh, Emily, your head is about to explode. Speaking of head exploding, I'm so excited about this last item that we have in our show. I always say that when Lori Leland comes on our show, her item always is the headliner of the tour. Do you have a lot of videos? Let's say your phone might be inundated with videos and you're like, what do I do with this? I would love to be able to show this at the holidays or like a special event. Guess what? We have a digital media recorder that can take all of those special things, put it onto a DVD. You can gift for your friends, for your loved ones. This is absolutely incredible that we're offering this to you today. This is from an amazing brand that we have here, Emerson. You know it, you love it, you trust it. It's a multifunctional digital media recorder. And guess what? It comes with the DVDs, which is such an amazing value. It's incredible. You can see it right there. The HSN deal price, what we originally were selling it for and was very popular at the time, almost $300. We have almost halved that price and giving you all the things. And we're gonna talk about even more in depth all of that it does because it is a ready to go situation. You just plug in because we've given you all the things that you need to be able to record all that digital media. Lori Leland, come in here.
Girl,
I already kind of prefaced that you were
so
bringing.
gorgeous.
Oh, you're so sweet. Look at this girl, and she's coming in here with this beautiful lipstick pink. Girl, this is amazing.
Oh my gosh, everybody needs this.
We're inundated with media.
We are, and a lot of us have these old tapes that are degrading and fading by the minute.
Yes.
And maybe you didn't wake up today thinking, gosh, I really need to digitize my tapes. But maybe it is weighing heavily on your mind and you've been thinking about it because when you move houses or you move to a different apartment, you take this with you. But when is the last time you popped in a tape and watched it?
Nope.
And what's on here? Is it your wedding, baby's first steps? Maybe it's your Christmases, some of your vacations. This is an amazing way for you to be able to digitize these memories for once and for all. Stop lugging this media around and now you can throw it away. I love that. So this is your Emerson. We love this brand. They've been innovators for nearly 100 years. And this is a standalone digitizing solution. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna plug this into whatever your source is. In this case, right here, I'm using a VCR. So you plug it right in with the RCA cables we include. Remember the RCA, the red, white, yellow. So plug it right into your source. It could be that VCR, it could be your DVR. It could even be that old camcorder that you've been holding on to because you don't have a way to play this video anymore except for on it. So you plug it right in to your Emerson. You touch one button right here and in real time, this is gonna record your memories right onto one of those discs.
Look at that.
We're including 25 discs for you.
That's incredible.
And this is the latest generation and latest version. Now, a little bit before you got here, we sold one called the Sony DVD Direct.
Okay.
That was super popular and it was $300.
Can you believe that?
With this, you can digitize your own family memories in the privacy and comfort of your very own home. You could do this for your whole family. You could do it for other friends. And at this low price, I mean, you could buy, you know, you could spend $40 or more just doing one tape at one of the little pharmacy type stores. So it gives you the ability to do it yourself. So we absolutely love that, but this does so much more than that. Because maybe you're thinking, I don't really want a DVD of my wedding because that's still in old format too.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to be able to put it onto a USB drive so we can save a copy onto your USB or onto an SD card. So this is actually going to take it from an old format and put it into any new format that you want it to be. And by the way, if you don't have a VCR, here's what I did, Emily. I looked through my house.
Yeah.
I had one up on a shelf and it was just covered in dust and it only worked for a short time.
And then all the tracking functions come up and you're like, oh,
totally died after that. Yeah, it did not look good.
Yeah.
So I went to a thrift store. I picked this one up for $5 because one of the big problems now is there's no such thing as a new VCR.
That's right.
They're not making them
They're
at all
not making
anymore.
them anymore,
So
no.
grab one from a thrift store if you don't have it. Plug in your Emerson. Digitize your memories because this cellulose material on a VHS tape, it was only meant to last about 15 to 25 years.
Isn't that crazy?
And a lot of our memories are older than that now.
Yeah.
You can now make it digital with your Emerson.
I'm so glad that you mentioned older technology, right? Like VHS, we kind of look at that like, I'm looking at even the 8 tracks before that.
Oh, yeah.
Those are gone. That's just the future of the VHS, right? So think about what you have currently and how much space it's taking up in your house. If you're looking to downgrade, maybe my friend is trying to sell her parents' home. So many beautiful memories there.
Yes,
and
it's hard.
the last thing you want to ever have to do is just throw it out and just say, I had to. This will allow you to save those beautiful memories, make copies of them, and then if you want to spread it out, give it to family members for the holidays and say, look what I made you out of our old memories, and it costs you what? Per disc? Nothing. I mean, I think about it because really the value is here in this digital recorder. Because again, everything that Lori said is completely true. You try to go out to a specialist who does this, who converts old VHSs, let's say, or old DVCs. Remember the DVCs that came in those little camcorders?
Yep.
You try to do that at a specialist, they will charge you an arm and a leg and 3 times over because they have to spend the time to do it. But you yourself can do this now in your home, saving yourself time and money by doing it yourself. And you can do any number of your many, many videotapes so that you can now have DVDs, we're talking about newer media that's gonna last longer.
Exactly. DVD, on a USB, on an SD card. So these are all things this can actually save memories onto. And you make such a good point. Maybe once you've made those memories digital, you do want to make something for family and for friends.
Copies. Yeah.
Right? Like you can email it to people now when it's in that digital format. You can't email this video off of here. This is not an emailable format.
No.
So with this, and this, by the way, this is my old hosting VHS tape.
Is it? Stop.
And I kept
Let's
it
watch
because,
it.
and it has my dad's handwriting, and he passed away a couple years ago. So I'm holding on.